Hello, Nagi Nayoa 101 here. Before I hop on to my elusive gaming channel again, I decided to share a little story about dealing with a massively whiny person that I had to deal with on Facebook today, or the other day. Okay, for a couple of weeks now, I had this person, I'll call him Jay. Jay would come on and drive me out of my goddamn mind. So, okay, I like MLP. In fact, I love MLP. I've been a fan of My Little Pony since, 1983. Actually, in 1984, I was 4 years old when it first got introduced to me. I'll show you my first pony. I called her Buttercup. She doesn't look like a buttercup to me, but that's what I called her. So, anyway, Jay, in his elusive stupidity, oftentimes would get on me for posting anything that he didn't agree with. One day I said, because I am a huge fan of a certain book series called Heralds of Valdemar by Mercedes Lackey. I'm a huge fan of that series. I have all the books. I don't really have time to show you the proof, but I guess I'll show you just one of the books I have. And that'll be proof enough. And that. Okay, now you got to see it. So, anywho, this is how it happens. Anytime I posted an opinion, he would post opinion underneath it. That's a matter of opinion. That's a matter of opinion. That's a matter of opinion. Every single time. Anytime I deleted it, he said, "Oh, that's real mature." Anytime I said, "Hey, can I have an opinion?" "Oh, that's fine. You can have an opinion. Doesn't mean it's correct." Oh, and he used MLP constantly. Like, seriously, over the top, My Little Pony, this, that, and other lifestyle things. Like, seriously, I was supposed to be a Twilight? Excuse much? No way. I had other hobbies, and he never even, liked the fact that I liked SAO, Sword Art Online. I mean, seriously. The dude was like, Naruto, Bleach, this fandom. I liked this anime, blah, blah. And I mean, he'd go on and on about Zootopia like crazy. Like, literally, I told him I don't like Zootopia. How can you call yourself a furry and not like Zootopia? Because I don't. He literally got on my friend's cases. One of my friends, Angel. He got on her case. He got on everybody else's case. If you hear the thing in the background, that's me watching TV as well. He got on everybody's case. Me? Okay, one of my friends, I'll just call him, Dan. Dan came on, and we were talking about a book by, Chuck Wendig. What is Chuck Wendig? He did, Star Wars Aftermath. And we were considering reading it, and then Jig went on, "Oh no, you can't read that. That's a bad book. He's a bad author. I have proof," and he would put YouTube proof, YouTube evidence, videos and shit, constantly, even after I told him, stop it. He'd still do it. And then he'd message me later, asking why we were being all hostile toward him. After a while of getting irritated with him and getting hostile, I finally had enough, because one of his little tirades was he called and said that my book review page shouldn't exist because he didn't like the fact I was actually selecting books that weren't popular, weren't part of an in-crowd group, and finally, I just blocked him. Because I wasn't about to let him do the same thing to my friends. Again. I mean, he already did it to two of my friends. I was not about to have him do it to anyone else on my friends group. So, I was really pissed off, and I told him exactly what was going on, why I did what I did, and why I blocked his ass. And honestly, I will tell people this. If you are on Facebook and you have one of those friends who is this needy, brony attitude, who uses stereotypes. I mean, he used Zootopian. He was a Zootopia furry. A Zootopia furry is not a real furry. They only like Zootopia because it's popular. He doesn't have a persona. He doesn't have any of that. All he cares about is My Little Pony, Zootopia, and whatever flavor of the week that comes up. I mean, he got on me for not liking Disney. Disney's just not my thing. I like Black Cauldron, but that's about it. The rest of it, I just would rather watch what I like. And he'd get on me about that too. I mean, I had to tell him I like Unico. Old style anime. And he didn't even know what the hell that was. And then he went to go off on Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan. Yes, I love Star Wars. It's been part of my family since since I was 4. Since 1984. I have a David Prowse card signed by the guy who was inside Darth Vader, which of course Jay said was fake. I was 8 years old when I got that, and I got to meet the guy. You don't fake British. You don't fake that Brit that much. And I actually showed the picture to David Prowse himself, saying, "Oh, I remember signing that. You were the frightened little 8-year-old that had to brave a haunted house just to meet me." I would have just told him to please let you just not go through the haunted house. I mean, the guy was pretty damn nice. But it's the fact that Jay acted like he was my friend, and then blew everything out of proportion, blew all my friends off, forgetting that my friends were the ones who told me to do the goddamn book review page in the first place. And I came up with the name and I went through and did it. The thing is, my friends are the reason I still do these things. My friends are still the reason I still play Wyvern, or whatever the heck I call it. But again, this is probably why I get so pissed off at people, is because when you have friends who act like friends but who do this to you. And honestly, Jay was kicking a dead horse half the time. So anyway, that's what happened to me. If people actually have had that done to you, please message below, because honestly, even in a gaming situation where you're on a video game, you'll end up with people like that all the time. And sometimes the best way you can handle it is basically block them out and don't play with them. And that's my gaming advice for anybody who you go play on a game. Make sure you actually know the people you're playing with, because sometimes the people you play with are pretty damn cool. I have one friend who I usually just call JC. JC is awesome. I love him. He's a gamer too, and we sit there and we talk for hours about Fatal Bullet, SAO, Okami, you name it, we play it. So anyway, I will be heading off onto my gaming thing sometime tonight. I'll be arranging everything. My roommate may be jumping on sometime in ESO with me. He just hooked up his PS4, so right now he's in the middle of KH3. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But what I'm telling you guys, and don't let this happen to you, is there are great people out there on the internet, and there's great people anywhere on a gaming group and platform. But don't let people try to stomp into your life and go, "Oh, you have to be, if you're into this, you're into that." Because that doesn't really mesh well. Thank you. Thank you, and I hope to see you guys on SAO. Talk to you later.